Hey, this is Notser, and the French cruisers were announced! Woohoo! I'm very excited. The French national anthem is going on in the background. France, French. If there's a more appropriate song for the Navy, please let me know. I'm not 100%. I apologize. I'm just an ignorant American that recognizes, obviously, this one, but I don't know the French naval song or whatever theme. You know, some places have that, some people don't. Either way, let's get to the cruisers. So, 1 through 10, this is how they're going to do from here on out. It just makes sense. Everything feeds off of the cruiser line. So I would fully expect at some point the Italians, they could go cruiser line. They'll probably be the next cruiser line that's placed in the game. We might see another Asian naval cruiser line just to get a little bit more representation on that side of the planet because that brings in revenue, obviously. So, I mean, yeah, French cruiser lines. Let's go into it, and I apologize, but I have never actually pronounced these words before, and I'm not going to research it because it's more fun this way. So, Tier 1, Bougainville. It's got a light hue to the metal. I would never actually run it naked like this. It's just blasphemy, but it looks like a typical Tier 1 cruiser. It's got, what, 3 to 4 guns, single gun turrets, probably really small caliber. It's very boxy. It reminds me of the Brits one, honestly. I think the Brits was boxy too. But it's 2 decks, so it's a tall ship. I think it's going to be very easy to damage, and who cares? It's a Tier 1. So, Tier 2. This reminds me, oh god, let's try this one. Giri de la Gravier. Giri de la Gravier. It reminds me of those old ships, warships. It's got the slow front bow. It's very armored. It's got sort of secondaries offshoot, or maybe primary armament, honestly, since it's a cruiser. And boy, this is pretty interesting looking. It looks really long from this point of view. I'm not sure if it actually is long, but it looks very long the way the stacks are built. But it looks like, what, 3 guns per side with 2 neutral turrets, so a total of 8 guns, and the caliber looks fairly large, honestly. Maybe it's a little bit larger than it probably should tier for tier, but, you know, it's a Tier 2. It's Tier 2, it's still early. Tier 3, we have, oh man, Friant, and this is very intriguing to me. This sort of looks like an old mixed with the new. It's got what looks like 6 guns, so it's got 4 in the front, probably 1 in the rear, and you can see sort of torpedo tubes sticking out just a little bit on the side of the hull. Intriguing. It looks tall, doesn't it? It's probably going to be low armored, of course, but it's probably the most modern Tier 3 I can think of, and hopefully it's got fairly reasonable characteristics. I have no idea. Is it high rate of fire? I don't know anything about these cruisers yet. I'm just trying to tell you what I see in the picture. So yeah, Tier 3. Friant. We've got the Tier 4, which looks like a lot of Tier 4s. Duguay Troyne. And yeah, it looks like it's got 4 guns in the front. It's got an aircraft, which is interesting. I'm not spying any torpedo systems, but I could be mistaken. Oh, maybe there is one. You see the smokestack, the leftmost smokestack. If you look just to the left of it, there looks to be something at the hull line, or just at the top, where it could be torpedo tubes. It looks like there's like 3 or 4 there. I don't know though. It's got the crane, obviously, and a ton of rigging. So you're gonna want good AA for this. Anti-aliasing, by the way. Next up, we have the Tier 5. It's the Emil Virgin, whatever that is, right? I'm not familiar with these, and I will learn. Again, it's got the same sort of 6-gun setup, 2 in the front, 1 in the rear. I am honestly, man, where are there torpedo tubes? A couple secondaries. Its AA is being shown off here, and so far the ships have remained pretty consistent. I really like that. That's what the British cruisers were. The power expansion was very much on a curve. It didn't feel like, oh, there was a York that just slammed you down and then you came back right back up. It feels, so far, appearance-wise, that's what they're going for. I spot torpedo tubes underneath the aircraft, and it looks like a 3 launcher, which is very tiny, but, you know, that's whatever. Here is the Tier 6, La Galissonière. Galissonière? Either way, I know, I need to look it up. French, just enjoy it. Just laugh at me. We know, you don't. It has the same gun layout, 2 guns in the front, or 2 gun turrets in the front, 1 gun turret in the rear, 9 guns this time, some secondaries. I also spy a very peculiar torpedo setup. A 2 torpedo launcher on each side. I have no idea if it's going to be a high rearm, something similar to the Mutsu, if you're familiar with that. We don't know yet. Here is the Tier 7 Giri. Obviously, apologies. It drops the 9 guns. It looks like it's only going to have, is it 4 or 6? I'm going to guess this caliber goes up big, because you could just see the size of the guns. They look like they've expanded. The torpedoes get a couple more launchers. I think it's either 3 or 4. Aircraft servicing is still there. This does look like a much bigger ship than the last one to me. It could just be the perspective, but I think this will be very easy to damage. And you know what? Just have to deal with it, right? Here is the Tier 8 Charles Martel. It has a pretty sleek smokestack, honestly. That looks pretty cool. Again, 2 gun turrets in the front, 1 in the rear. It's a 3 gun, so it looks like 9. So maybe it goes back up to a similar loadout as the Tier 6. So maybe it's going to have a weird situation similar to the Germans, where the Tier 7 is so different that it isn't very comfortable. It's very sleek, though. This could be a modern interpretation of a cruiser, to me. It could be a helipad where the aircraft is situated, and that's pretty cool. Again, torpedo systems, and it looks like it's either a 3 launcher or a 2 launcher. I like the colors, honestly, and I really like the lines on this one. I'm really digging it. Here is the Tier 9, and it looks like St. Louis, but I'm going to say that it's St. Louis, or something like that. Oh, Wargaming, why would you name 2 ships basically the exact same? Oh, no, it's not. Silly goose. St. Louis is spelled out here. I mean, St. Louis is spelled out, whereas St. Louis is shortened. I'm just like, oh, gosh, guys. Either way, this is the Tier 9 St. Louis, and it has the same gun layout. 2 in the front, 1 in the rear. So it's got 9 guns. It is not as sexy as the last one, I have to admit. It's very utilitarian to me, but it still should be fun. It has the torpedoes midship. So this is the trait that I would say all the French are going to have. Good torpedo arcs, probably going to be able to do pretty good damage, and I think they look a little bit bigger than the Brits, probably smaller than some of the Russians. So it should fit somewhere in that design principle. And then finally we have Henry IV. And I don't really see a lot. I sort of see torpedo tubes sticking out of the side. It has, I'm going to guess, the same gun layout. 2 turrets in the front, 1 in the rear. It looks modern. I wish I could see more from it. So just a broad identity based on all these pictures. I believe that the French cruiser line is going to have midship torpedo tubes with a good arc. It's going to have a typical aggressive pushing gun layout where most of the damage is in the front. So I would expect the French to play somewhat similar to the Americans in that regard. Maybe they have very similar playstyle to the Americans, except for they have torpedoes, which the Americans lack. That could make sense to me. Maybe a high refire, and maybe not the best gun arc, but not the worst. That sort of playstyle I could see. And that would be fun. That would be fun, because I've always wanted torpedo systems on my Americans and to have an entire line that's sort of designed around, maybe gives up a little bit of radar, AA protection, that sort of thing. Cool. That'd be cool. I have no idea what that emblem is on the front. If anyone knows what that is, please tell me. It's obviously not one of the anchors, because that's a stupid place to put an anchor, but anyone who's familiar French, please just let me know. Either way, I hope this was fun to see. I really do enjoy seeing brand new content. I will, of course, share whatever I have available and when I can. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.